You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
Greetings, Earthlings and locally hated people that don't celebrate holidays. I don't know what locally hated is today. We're really not in podcast mode at the moment.
No, not currently. We're recording on a different day than normal.
It's Sunday night. We are festive.
Yeah, we are Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon as well.
Except for, it's just a Sunday night.
Yeah.
We decided to record early because we just wanted to have our day off and not have to worry about recording tomorrow. So
that's
y'all
right.
Get this. Y'all get this version. This is what you get.
This version of us.
I had to put a hat on. I cannot podcast with a hat off. I was going to try that. I was going to try to just be more relaxed than normal. And
I wish I had it recording at that moment.
Golly, man, there's not much left up there.
You had quite the glare. The glare coming off the top of your head, my friend.
Dadgummit, Kyle Larson is out of the race. I'm watching the race simultaneously watching the race while we were podcasting. Kyle Larson has effectively crashed out of both races that he tried to compete in today.
Nice job, Kyle Larson.
Yeah, he crashed out of Indy, and he crashed out. So the Indy 500 was today, and that ended the Gauntlet of Americana.
That's right.
If you're not familiar with that, that is the Masters, the Kentucky Derby, and the Indy 500.
Yes, that is the Gauntlet of Americana.
Gauntlet of Americana is over. It's Memorial Day weekend, and we are only weeks away.
That's true.
From another season of college football.
Yeah, did you see they did not televise G-Day this year?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I think it's already coming past, right?
Yeah.
They did not televise it. They opted to not televise G-Day this year. I found that interesting. I didn't know. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe they wanted to go ahead and start running some real plays. I don't know. Maybe they wanted the attention to not be on the cameras. I don't know.
I don't see the point of televising spring games.
Mm-hmm.
It's free to get in, right? I mean, they don't charge for spring games. It's pretty cheap if it ain't free.
If it's not free, it can't be much, right?
And encourage the locals to go.
Yeah.
Your local college students, your fans, just go, pack it out. None of them should be on TV.
For sure, I agree.
Give you something. I mean, what else you got to do in the spring? That weekend, like that time of spring, there's nothing to do, especially at Athens.
Right.
There's nothing to do at Athens outside of football season anyway.
It's
I mean,
there might be more there now, but when I was there back in 2009, there was not much happening over there.
You could go to class, but what fun is that?
Yeah, exactly. There was some Johnny's Pizza, a couple of bars, but I mean, you had like the downtown scene, so that's about it.
Let's see, we had a bunch of people graduate this week. Eli, one of our listeners, he graduated.
Oh, congratulations, Eli! Big deal, man.
Yeah,
big deal. Graduating high school, man. That.
Yeah.
Do you remember graduating high school? My family
I remember
went to a graduation party. Now, did you have like a big graduation party? Like, what was it? What did you guys do?
We went to Ruby Tuesdays.
You and who else?
Mom and Dad, Paul.
Really?
Maybe my grandmother.
Okay. Did you go? You didn't go to no big party afterwards or nothing like that? You didn't go crazy on your graduation?
No. I went to Panama City the week after.
Okay, the week after. So you kind of threw down the week after.
Monday morning after graduation, we went to Panama City.
Right, you and the boys?
Yeah, a group of people that I put together that Everybody's still alive, but we haven't talked to each other since, probably much.
Really?
It was people that sat at my lunch table.
Okay.
It wasn't like my tight homies.
Okay.
It was just a group of people that my lunch table. I'm like, look, we're going to Panama City for spring break. I mean, we started planning it freaking at the beginning of the school year, probably.
Yeah, that you're going
like,
right after graduation.
We're going. We took one underclassman with us because we needed a filler. Because there was 3 of us just like, yeah, we're going. And then we're like, well, we need one more person. So we grabbed this other dude.
Yeah.
And he went.
I wonder if high schoolers still do that. You know how, like, we used to do that, just go by ourselves. Like, do high schoolers still do that kind of thing?
Mine aren't.
Right. Mine aren't going to be doing that kind of thing. I'm at least going to be in the city with them.
We were talking about that Friday at lunch. I was like, because I ate lunch with Jeffrey, and I was like, man, you can let Eli go to Panama City? He goes, heck no. I said, I wouldn't either. I can't believe I went.
Yeah. Well, you're going to Panama City in a couple of weeks, though.
Yeah, I'm going to senior week in Panama City this year, pretty much. But yeah, this time next week, I'll be sitting in Panama City doing this podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
On my tablet.
On the tablet. Yeah, amen to that, dude. You need that. You deserve that vacation.
But yeah, man, we had fun. We took a disposable camera
to Panama City.
Yeah, for that trip.
Do you still have the pictures?
No, we threw it away on the way home.
On purpose?
Yeah.
Incriminating evidence?
A lot. We all had girlfriends.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That didn't go.
That's hilarious.
So the pictures were. I wish I had never. So I used to have a Facebook friend that every few years they would post a picture from that week down there.
Really?
And I wasn't with them on that group. Like, there was a bunch of people down there from Griffin High. I wasn't with that group. I saw that group several times. Maybe even at the moment they were taking that picture, I saw them. But I was like, oh, spring senior trips 1998, man. That was the only picture that I ever saw from that trip. I wasn't in it. It wasn't my trip.
Yeah.
It wasn't my group, but that was the only picture I ever saw.
That's hilarious. That's so funny, man. Disposable cameras were an amazing thing. You mentioning that, it makes me think that I'm pretty sure I have a couple of disposable cameras stashed in the Dodge.
You do. Can
I have them, please?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you dispose of them already?
Do I need to dispose of them? I was going to ask you.
So, actually, you want to do me a solid?
Maybe.
Dude, print them and don't look at them.
I can't do that.
You can't print them and not look at them for me?
No.
Dude, there could be some stuff on there.
You have to look at them to go, oh, yeah, that's right. Why don't you? I'll give them to you and you print them.
I don't want to be. There might be something really embarrassing. That's the thing, and I don't want to.
Well,
pick them up.
I don't want to be like.
Think about how old they are.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to go drop them off at CVS or Walgreens, and it be like some kind of homemade tape type situation. Dude. And they're like, "Why are you getting these developed?"
I can't even tell you what's on those things.
That's what worries me.
I was living a life back then, man. We're talking disposable camera days, brother.
Disposable camera. I saw them in there the other day, and I was like, I wonder what's on those.
Ooh, dude.
Wait,
if you got them, if you got them done, would you get them done if you could look at them? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't want to get them done, and I don't want to pick them up. Is the main thing.
I don't think you'd find me naked on anything.
Well, okay, but I mean, out of respect, I don't want to see your wife naked.
No, way before Catherine. It's got to be way before Catherine.
You don't think these were from your tour, do you? Ooh.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know exactly where.
I wonder. I bet there's a copyright date on the logo.
If you can give me a year, I might be able to give you a gist of what I was up to.
Okay.
We'll have to look into this, man. Disposable cameras are a thing, dude. I miss them. Did they still sell them? Can you still buy disposable cameras?
Yeah. I always thought the coolest thing about a disposable camera is a trend that was going around at weddings where they'd have a disposable camera on each table.
That was really good. And then just leave it for the bride and groom.
Till one kid comes around and collects them all and just wastes, $45 worth of disposable cameras taking pictures of people's feet.
But they also didn't interrupt that whole time, the ceremony or anything like that, right?
True,
you know what I mean?
True.
You almost buy like a few to entertain the kids. Almost.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Denny Hamlin just made a pass for the lead.
Heyo.
No, wait, maybe not. Okay, no. Maybe.
Man, speaking of retro items like a disposable camera, I had the opportunity to play on a Nintendo 64 this weekend.
How did that go?
Man, it made my weekend, Chucker. I was so happy. Oh, dude. I was right back in my childhood. I was playing NHL 99. Yeah. I was playing NFL Blitz. There was all kinds of games. Like, you name it, man. N64 is the best. Like, it's one of the best console.
The controllers were weird, but it was one of the best games.
That's what everyone says because they're three-legged or whatever, but I got so used to it.
Oh, you get used to it, but it's still strange. It's strange when you pick one up now.
Yeah. Well, I think the PS5 controllers are strange and the Xbox controllers are strange. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I have that N64 controller so ingrained into my brain that the other ones feel off to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got to play on that and it just made my weekend, man. I was playing a ton of NHL 99. I was Steve Yzerman, dude. In the Detroit Red Wings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sergei Fedorov, Slava Kozlov, like all these amazing players that were on the Red Wings that year. Yeah, my buddy Don came down. Donald Lincoln Schneider, he's one of my good buddies from high school. Shout him out. I told him about the podcast, so he might listen. So, yeah, we had a good time, man. We had a great time playing that Nintendo 64, dude. Bringing up those disposable cameras and all. I wanted to mention that, man. A little flashback to the retro days.
That is pretty cool.
Did you have any of them old consoles? Like, did you have Sega Genesis or Nintendo 64?
We were a Nintendo family.
Nintendo family. So did you have the Super Nintendo or did...
We had original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, then 64. Then Paul got a PlayStation 2 was our first breakout from Nintendo brand.
So you didn't do the GameCube or whatever that thing was that came out. Yeah.
No, we did have an Atari.
Oh, really? Like an original back in the day?
Yeah, but Paul broke it.
Bummer.
He pulled it off and it busted.
Yeah.
We have a Pong set up.
What?
Pong.
Does it work?
Probably.
Do you have a TV that it would work on?
I would probably have to buy some adapters, but it worked last time I checked it.
Dude, I got worried for a second because when we were trying to plug in the N64, it was not working on my smart TVs. I had to go find a TV upstairs, just shoved in a corner. So a little tiny, like 19-inch TV that still took like the regular cables and would actually hook up correctly.
Yeah. So we got that what is it, 65-inch? Roku TV upstairs, and we've got the throwback Nintendo that's got all the games on it.
Oh, that's right. What kind of controller does that come with?
It's got the OG controller too.
Oh, okay. So you're only playing like Super Nintendo or original Nintendo games.
You're playing original Nintendo, and it has to be games that were Nintendo brand games.
Right, sure. So you're playing a lot of Mario, Duck Hunter.
Yeah, Duck Hunter's not on it.
Oh, it's not on there. Bummer.
No, because we don't have the gun. It don't come with the gun. Contra's not on it, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that is kind of a bummer.
So you're
playing a lot of Mario.
Yeah, when we play it, we play Mario, which it's got me thinking when this race is over, I might go play some of that.
You just in the mood now after talking about it?
Yeah, but what I was going to get at is on that game, on that big TV, I think it's harder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting. My son, Liam, he's into gaming, right? He's playing on the PS5 all the time, and he likes to play on smaller monitors. We had him a big TV upstairs, but he would always disconnect his PS5 from it and hook it up to the small little like computer monitor size screen. And he said it was easier to keep up with the game because he wasn't moving his eyes quite as much, I guess. There's something about the size of the screen. It just made it easier for him. Yeah. So, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
How do you spell Nintendo?
N-I-N.
N-I-N. T-E-N. Okay. I was texting Mary Beth.
Oh, gotcha. Want to play the Nintendo? Prepare yourself, woman.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna play Nintendo. So I'm glad you had fun playing the video game. Man, I like old school video games. I do not like the modern first person shooter games.
You're not a fan of those?
No, I like the old first, like Doom. I think we've gone over this before. I like Doom and Quake.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem was fun. But after that, it got too many controls.
Sure. And yeah, I didn't want too much to do, and I don't like the whole like. I'd always be stuck looking way up in the sky and like
looking way up, and if you look at your perspective of yourself, you're squatted for some reason.
Yeah.
And you're like crab walking everywhere you go. It's like, what's wrong with this guy? No, yeah. I need it simpler.
Yeah, for sure.
But those were the fun games.
Yeah, man. We also got to go to the movies this weekend, man.
What'd you go see?
Actually, this morning, we went and saw Lilo and Stitch. How released a live action Lilo and Stitch. It was great. It was good.
It looks good.
It was great, man. It was great. They did a good job. They adapted it pretty well. It's essentially a remake of the original, like the cartoon version, with just slight adaptations, man. It was really good. I liked it. I'd never really watched the whole original movie, but my daughter is a humongous fan. She has everything Stitch in her bedroom, like everything. She has Stitch outfits, you name it, dude. So it was actually it was Lana's birthday today. Her party. I'm sorry, not her birthday, but her party was today. So we took her to the movies this morning to go watch this movie, and then had the birthday party this afternoon.
Well, I think if you ever take her to Disney, you got to do the Lilo and Stitch breakfast.
They have a breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think it's Lilo. Yeah.
Is that kind of like the Disney princess dinner where you get to eat dinner with Cinderella or whatever?
But the breakfasts are a little bit more affordable and a little bit more cooler.
Yeah.
I think it was Lilo and Stitch. Is that it got something to do with Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah. When we went down there, I took Cheyenne and Sierra, dropped them off, and let them go to that.
Oh, yeah. Lilo, so Stitch crash lands in Hawaii. Okay. The alien crash lands in Hawaii, so yeah.
Yeah. And they got Stitch is a little funny looking thing, right? No, Lilo?
Yeah, funny blue looking alien. Yeah.
They've got pancakes that look like that. Or not pancakes, waffles.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I'll definitely, if we ever make it down to Disney, we keep talking about it. We keep toying with the idea. So one of these times we're going to get down there. Yeah.
Got to go down to Alabama and do some racing this weekend.
Yeah, let's recap that, man. Oxenford Racing update. Let me hear about it.
So we got down there.
This is Penton, Alabama, right?
Penton, Alabama, man. This place it's in the middle of nowhere. Your phone quits working about a mile before you get there.
Right. Yeah, not surprised.
Which is interesting.
As soon as you pull off the interstate, basically?
No, it works for a long time and then it don't. And I'm talking about it don't just get bad, it just don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not like sketchy service, it's no service. My phone don't.
Yeah.
AT&T happens to work there because that's what my truck has.
Right.
And I had the free trial of the hotspot. So I'd go, like, if I needed to look at something on the internet, like track lap times or whatever, I'd go sit in a truck, crank it up, and hook up to it, get my lap times, cut the truck off.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I found out I had a hotspot with a free trial, so that's weird.
It's paying off.
I'm not sure what to do with that. I think I really want, this is going to sound like bougie for racing, but I really want a mini Starlink set up to take to the track.
Just for the track.
Yeah.
Now explain it further, because it wouldn't be like just for keeping up with lap times, right? You could watch TV with this thing. You could
if I had
the internet,
we had
you can do tons of things. If
we had downtime, we could sit there and watch flow. If we were at a race and flow was on, we could watch flow. Or if like I know there's internet down there because there was a woman broadcasting the race live.
Oh, okay,
on
that's
Facebook.
cool.
She was going live on Facebook, so I know that's where I got that video from that I showed you. I know that there's people down there that have internet. They just don't have T-Mobile.
Right.
And I don't understand it.
Man, some phone providers are like that. Some areas of the country are like that, where it just all communication shuts down.
It's just a switch, man, and T-Mobile is not on that switch. Now AT&T, it's everywhere. You know, that's what our telematics is on. Not to get too in the woods on, you know, that whole subject, but that's what the telematics on the truck, my personal truck is on AT&T.
Right.
Which is weird that I've got telematics on my truck.
Well, our first go around was through Verizon, I think, and
they didn't work everywhere.
Great. Yeah,
but the AT&T works everywhere. And if you go look at their coverage map, they've got it everywhere. But AT&T, don't it cost more? I mean, why am I on T-Mobile? I mean, I can tell you why I'm on T-Mobile, because I had Sprint, because I had Nextel phones.
Yeah,
and I don't want to go through the process of changing my phone number and all that stuff that it entails.
Right. Exactly.
I just don't want to do that.
Sometimes you can carry your number. It depends on it depends, but I know that sometimes you are able to carry your number.
Yeah.
My buddy from high school who came down this weekend, his mom worked for AT&T forever, and it really proved how old the company is when he told me the full name, like what AT&T stands for.
What does it
Do you know what it stands for? It stands for I can't remember if it's American or Atlantic, but it's
something telegraph.
Yeah, telephone and telegraph, dude. That's how far back that company dates. It's American Telephone and Telegraph, or Atlantic Telephone and Telegraph. I can't remember.
You know, that's usually something I would have already looked up. I'm kind of disappointed in myself there.
Yeah. But that company dates back that long, man. They've been around forever.
Yeah. They've been there's companies been around. But so we get down there, and you know, Charlie loves that place. Absolutely loves that place. I told him, I said, Charlie, I said, we got hot laps qualifying. They do that together. I said, go out there, set it on the pole.
Yeah, sure.
Lay down, just if you spin out, and you start back anyway. You know, whatever. But if you go out there and kind of tenderfoot around with it, you're gonna start mid pack. Go out there and just set it on the pole, see what can happen. And he qualified third.
That's awesome, man.
So that's his highest qualifying place so far.
That's awesome.
Got in the race, started third. First lap, maybe first or second lap, he jumped the nose of another car.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. That driver spun out or something, right?
Yeah. So we bent the header.
Really?
Yeah, and I forgot to get that part over at Summit today when I went. So now I got to go back to freaking Summit. Unless I can pull it out. I might can pull it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we bent the freaking header. It didn't slow him down any.
Right.
But it just, I don't like the way it's pointing because it's kind of pointing in. Anyway, we bent the header. May have bent something in the rear end or something. I don't know yet. I've got to check some things, put some squares on some stuff, just check everything out. He said the car handled a little weird, but I think it's because he got rattled a little bit.
Yeah.
Because as the race went on, his lap times got better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, that would rattle me too, running over something out there on the track, man. He
started second in that restart, ran second for a while, and then TJ Joyner, the guy that was pitted beside us, come on around him like crazy fast. He was having a real good night.
Mm-hmm.
Passed him clean. It was a good race. But all in all, we had a great time. We stopped and ate some Waffle House on the way home.
Oh yeah.
The truck that we got now, that new truck, is great for doing what we did.
Good.
And we were thinking about, we might later on in the season try to do a double one night, or a double where we don't normally race twice in one weekend.
Right.
But we're thinking about trying to find us a Friday night, Saturday night. So we run us a Friday night there and a Saturday night at Sonoa.
Ooh.
So that means run, come home, do everything that we would do in a week,
mm-hmm.
and get ready and go to Sonoa.
That would be a lot of fun, man.
It would be a lot of fun
if you guys could pull it off. But I know it's a lot of work.
The bad thing is if we get over there and tear the car up on a Friday night, that will and we can't get it fixed in time, that will mess us up in points at Sonoa, and we're trying to run for points at Sonoa.
Oh, if you enter and don't race?
Like if we don't start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll have to see.
That would be a lot of fun, man. If you guys could pull that off, that would be really cool.
Yeah. So
how many people are doing that? Are there a lot of local racers who do that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that we race with that race both nights.
Okay.
So it's not impossible, but it would be something new for us.
Right.
And yeah, we're just gonna see how that goes.
I think Charlie's up for it, dude.
I think he is too. And then yesterday, we've been moving the pool. So we've built a new spot for the pool, and we moved the pool. We had a bunch of sand spread out. Worked on that all day. At that Waffle House, I got one of the hash brown bowls.
Mm-hmm.
And that was some of the best food I've ever had.
How long has it been since you were able to pig out on some Waffle House? Like, I know you've been on this diet for so long. I don't know when the last time you had like whatever you wanted from Waffle House.
It was that time during peak when me and you went.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, you got it. You got the hash brown bowl too?
Yeah, and I had Waffle House sauce. Now, can we talk about Waffle House sauce for a minute?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about it.
Waffle House sauce. Have you ever read the ingredients in Waffle House sauce?
I have not read the ingredients.
There ain't nothing in it that ain't a chemical.
Of course not.
I mean, you know, most sauces are ketchup based or mayonnaise based or mustard based, right? Right. You know, you got your three major bases there.
Yeah.
No, soybean oil is the base.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
That's why I don't taste like anything that you know. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I'm
Didn't I tell you what set the Waffle House chicken apart?
Yeah, how they marinate it?
Yeah. Do you know what sets the marinade apart?
No. Wait.
Like why it's different. Why Waffle House chicken tastes different from all the other chicken you'll get anywhere.
Pickle juice.
Anchovies.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sardines.
Yeah,
it's like, what are the other? They're all the same to me. I'm pretty sure it's sardines.
That's so weird.
They marinate it like with little bits of sardine in there. Yeah.
Okay. Who was it that started? It used to be on the menus, but the two guys that started Waffle House.
Tom Faulkner and
Tom.
I'm not going to remember the other guy's name right now for some reason.
Well, you know that they've had at some point, them back in the day, them and Truett Cathy sat down and had a conversation about what they marinate their chicken in.
Oh, for sure. They all talked about it. Yeah.
And they probably both left going, those guys are nuts.
Yeah. They were thinking that about each other, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, pickle. He marinates it in pickles. Yeah. And Truett's like, anchovies?
Yeah. I heard that Popeyes has this pickle breaded chicken sandwich now you can get where it's like somehow got pickle juice in the breading or something. I don't know how they do it, but apparently it's really good if you're into pickles and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Now I just looked it up, and according to AI overview on Google, it's saying that it's ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, and sugar.
In Waffle House sauce?
And Waffle House sauce.
Okay.
But if you read the label,
which I did, a bit of ketchup or tomato or nothing.
Right. Which I did. I read the label, and the first thing, which means that's the most when you read a label on ingredients, was soybean oil.
Yeah. Yeah. Not surprised, man.
So
not surprised.
But it's basically a smash burger sauce.
Yeah, for sure. It's decent. I like Waffle House sauce. It's fine. They didn't have it when I worked there. They didn't have a lot of it when I worked there.
I used it in lieu of ketchup. You know, I figured it would be better to just use these 2 packets that they give me and not grab the ketchup bottle.
Yeah, because there's an absurd amount of sugar in ketchup. You've awakened my eyes to this thing. I had no clue there was that much sugar in ketchup, man.
Yeah, as much as a donut. So
that's so.
And like a serving of ketchup, is it a serving or a quarter cup? It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. That's why it tastes nothing like tomatoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Ketchup versus donut sugar. So 3 tablespoons of ketchup, which is definitely how much I'm going to use in a setting.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah.
3 tablespoons of ketchup will just make me mad. Is equal to the same amount of sugar in a glazed donut.
That's insane, man. That's insane.
Actually, it has more.
More. And how many grams of sugar is that?
And the ketchup's 12. The donut's 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I think a can of Coke has like 36 or something like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's something stupid.
A can of Coke has like an absolutely absurd amount of sugar in it.
I wonder, have you seen the guy that's like, Tapatico, every time he opens a beer? He's like, Tapatico. Dude, what about Kenny Chesney at the Spear?
Okay, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Better than the Eagles.
Better than the
Now that one I sent you was not the best one, but it was just the first one that popped up.
That's a neat one.
He's got one where you're like looking at a beachside amusement park type situation all over the screen. That's pretty cool. I think he's there. He's better than the Eagles with what he did, but I think that goes for the age gap, being that he's closer to our age than the Eagles are.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably not used to incorporating something of that magnitude into their shows, right?
Or he's just got better producers.
That too. It could be. I mean, it looked cool from what I saw. Like, it wasn't anything spectacular. Like, I think Fish did a little bit more visually, right?
Well, the music of Fish kind of invites that.
Sure, exactly. And I get that.
The fandom, if you will.
Yeah. But the way that Kenny did it with like the close-up shots of their faces worked into so that you kind of had like this big jumbotron thing.
Right.
That was actually really cool because Fish,
I didn't know they
you didn't get to watch Fish.
Yeah,
you know what
can't
I'm saying?
see Fish play.
Yeah, you're not watching the band. You're literally just watching this screen of random designs and stuff, which is cool. But I did like the fact that you could watch the performers, the artists up there on the sphere. You know, I thought that was a really cool idea.
Yeah, I've heard them talk about it. The performers talk about it. I can't remember which one it was, but they were talking about how they get to go in there and watch, like when they first get there, and they kind of watch the production. They put them in the best section there is, and they watch it.
Oh, that's pretty
because they're not going to be able to see it while they're on stage. The way it's set up, they cannot see it on stage.
Oh, true. Yeah, they said they only see random stuff like a little bit over their head, maybe.
They said they would have to look the way they're so far forward. You can't really tell it, I guess, when you're watching the videos, but they're so far forward. They said they can't see any of it.
Oh, the perception. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. How many people fit in that thing? I know we looked it up at one point.
10,000? Does that sound right?
Maybe.
It's a bigger venue. It's a bigger venue, but it's not a huge venue.
Right.
It'd be definitely something I want to go. It's on my list of stuff I want to go see. I just don't know who I want to spend a plane ticket, hotel, and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think they'll start making movies for the Spear experience?
I know that they've played movies there already, but I don't know if they'll make movies specifically for like the Sphere experience. But that's a good idea, like to have it kind of filmed with the Sphere in mind. You know, just like an IMAX, right?
Could you imagine watching Star Wars,
dude?
Like some of the like warp speed scenes,
man. Yeah, if I got to watch some of the original 3, like Empire Strikes Back or something like that, you know what I mean? That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
What's your all-time favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, golly, man. Don't put that on me.
What's your favorite of the 9?
The original.
A New Hope?
Yeah, it's A New Hope now.
Yeah.
But it's just because it is so utterly simple. And it's got the aspects of the comedy and the Western in it more so than any of the other ones.
Interesting.
Because it was supposed to be a comedy. It was supposed to be like a spaghetti Western, but in space.
Yeah.
And it turned into something not that, which is okay. It's okay that it turned into what it did.
Yeah.
But to me, just watching the original is just very satisfying.
It's probably better that it turned into what it did.
Yeah. I mean, it was not a bad thing at all. But yeah, I really like, and I don't hate the last trilogy like a lot of people do.
Yeah, the newest one.
Yeah.
The newest trilogy. I don't either. But what about those early 2000s? What about those late 90s, early 2000s?
I've only watched
that trilogy.
I've only watched them a couple times.
Oh, man. I've watched them so many times.
And out of that one is the first one.
The first one's your favorite out of that one? Oh, yeah, because that one had Darth Maul, dude. Darth Maul was so cool.
Darth Maul, it had the racing things.
Yes. And Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the behind the scenes footage of how they filmed Jar Jar?
Yeah, it's weird.
This poor guy had to walk around with a Jar Jar head like way up above his.
Yeah,
like
and he was like in a
prosthetic Jar Jar head.
Yeah.
But it was only like part of the head. It's so weird.
The rest of him was a green suit.
How did the other actors keep a straight face during that?
Dude, I wonder that about a lot of TV shows. You know? Yeah. Like, have you seen the TV show Ghost?
No.
Okay.
I've seen the Patrick Swayze classic.
So the TV show Ghost, let me just set this up for you. It takes place in a bed and breakfast that this couple owns.
Okay.
The wife falls down the steps, and now she can see ghosts. She had a near-death experience, and now she can see the ghosts that live in the house.
Okay.
But nobody else can. So while her guy that plays her husband is standing there, he can't see the ghost, but the ghost might be talking about him to her.
Mm-hmm.
And bantering back and forth, and I don't know how he does not die laughing. There's got to be some great outtakes from Ghost.
Maybe they're able to film them separately. He's standing there, like crazy funny. Well,
they're the same. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they do film some of it separately, but
yeah,
just some of the banter back and forth between the Ghost, and he's not supposed to be able to hear it.
Right.
You know.
I've thought about like the special effects, imagine a director is like, all right, you're going to play Zeus during this scene and you've got to throw a lightning bolt down from the sky. And you're just making it all up, just like pretending like you have a lightning bolt in your head. How silly and stupid do you have to feel in some of these movies? Because like, if you think about some of those like superhero movies where like the majority of it's CGI, like how silly can you, or Shia LaBeouf when he was having to run around in Transformers and there's literally nothing there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just like, running around.
Shia LaBeouf is just scrambling out on this movie set.
Running around being Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, I mean, just stuff like that. It's got to be there. That's a different kind of mindset for an actor.
Yeah, that's a totally different mindset because that stuff's not there, but you've got to look terrified.
Yeah. Well, you want to take an ad break real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then
let's do it.
Thanks for sticking with us through this ad break, guys. I'm here to tell you about one of our sponsors, Eileen Ayers with Bush Realty. You can check her out at movingcoweta.com for all of your real estate needs in the metro Atlanta area. That's movingcoweta.com. Eileen Ayers with Bush Realty. Now back to the show.
All right. So we're back. It's a Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a moment of silence for the troops that lost their lives for our freedom. All right, now we're back. We've got two little things we want to hit on. Then we'll get to our reaction video and maybe
serious
our reading.
Subjects. We got some serious subjects here.
I see we got Billy Joel in the news here.
Yeah, man. He hit the headlines this week. He's got some form of brain disease, and apparently it's going to cause him to cancel his U.S. tour. So all his tour is canceled here, stateside anyway. And so
he can't play Piano Man?
No, man. Piano Man is not going to be played anymore, I guess.
Will you be able to cover Piano Man if he dies?
Do you really want to be that guy?
Look, I want somebody that does, they just do like, they play Margaritaville, Piano Man, like they do an hour where it's Margaritaville, Piano Man.
Oh my God.
Hotel California.
Okay.
What's another song that Rock the Casbah?
Wow.
Like all these way overplayed songs.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
someone's got to play them.
Somebody's got to play them, and that's all they can play. That's all they're allowed to play.
Artist.
A designated artist where he makes his career. He plays Rockin' in the USA. No.
Yeah.
What's the Bruce Springsteen song?
Oh, Born in the USA.
Born in the USA.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man.
Then he has to play Born in the USA. Then he has to play Proud to Be an American.
Okay.
Okay, so we're getting very niche.
Yeah. Yeah. But these are all overplayed songs in your opinion.
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like Proud to Be an American?
It's a great song. Overplayed.
It is a great song.
Is it overplayed anymore?
You know, he played down at Rock Springs one time.
Okay.
And they brought him down there to play that song. And they pretty much had to cut the sound system off to get him off stage. So they could have their fireworks.
Did he even play Proud to Be an American?
Yeah. I mean,
okay,
that's his money song.
Yeah, so he gave him that first and then just went into like an hour.
Yeah, just an hour of
and everybody there is just like
Lee Greenwood's greatest hits, you know.
Yeah.
Greatest hit. Lee Greenwood's greatest hit.
Dude. The title of the show is Lee Greenwood's greatest hits.
No, hit. Just hit.
No, okay. I want to leave it plural.
Okay. So you know, he come out with that album, his greatest hits album, and it was just Proud to Be an American 10 times and once in Spanish.
That's so true, dude. So true. They don't want to hear anything else from Lee Greenwood, dude.
It throws the coup in there, the coup version.
Oh my god!
Maybe one with a rumba beat.
Oh, yeah.
This one's from Puerto Rico. I'm proud to be almost an American, where at least I know I'm semi-free. And I won't forget the man who died that didn't give that to me.
Oh my gosh. Who halfway gave it to me?
Yeah, who halfway gave it to me. I don't get to vote for a president, but I'll fight in your wars.
Yeah, and pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes. Some of them. Some of your taxes. Did you know Jake Paul bought a hunting plantation in Bainbridge?
No.
Yeah. He's been spotted in Bainbridge, like out and about on the town.
Wow. So is he down there near the monkey farm?
Yes. Down there near the monkey farm. Same town. I'm not sure if they're adjoining properties.
He's monkeying around down there, brother.
But I'm going to say that he's probably behind it. That's just my thoughts. He might be the big investor in the monkey farm.
Dude,
they may.
Jake Paul brought monkeys to Bainbridge.
They may be hunting monkeys on his farm.
Oh, they had some escapees.
No. We're talking about like, a deer hunter type situation.
Yeah, like a game. It's a game.
It's a game. They let them out because, I mean, they're used to doing pen raised birds down there.
Sure.
When you go quail hunting. So what's the difference? Do pen raised monkeys and throw them out there, except for you give them a bunch of rocks so they can throw rocks back at you. But that gives away their position.
A pen raised monkey hunt, dude.
A pen raised monkey hunt. You heard it here first.
Jake Paul's doing pen raised.
It's going to be on YouTube. It'll be pay-per-view.
Oh,
he's going
to. His brother Logan got banned from YouTube back in the day. You remember that? Do you remember why?
No, I don't remember why.
So he went to this forest in Japan where people like to take care of themselves. You know what I mean? Like for good.
You mean like the rest areas down in South Georgia, like where the truckers go to meet other truckers?
Nope.
Take care of themselves like that?
Nope. I mean, take care of themselves for good.
Oh, like dirt.
They like to dangle from the trees out there. You know what I'm saying?
They're swinging ornaments.
Yes. So he went and filmed a video down there next to one of said ornaments.
Don't they just leave them?
Yeah, they just leave them out there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And Logan did a video out there and got banned from YouTube. So Jake's got to up his brother now.
Right.
And do these monkey hunts.
Well, Taurus America has moved down there now too.
I didn't know
the guns.
Bainbridge.
So, yeah. So there could be something there.
Who's going to be working at all these places, man?
They got people moving in.
Do they?
Bainbridge is almost as big as Griffin.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm shocked to hear that. Man. But speaking of good old country folk, folk from Bainbridge, man, we got to talk about a good old country boy from Louisiana.
We got about 30 minutes before we went on air, we learned that Phil Robertson has passed away.
Yeah, man.
And that hurt big time, dude.
Super sad news. I really hate to hear that. I mean, Phil Robertson is he's a gem. He's a real class act. He's a man among men.
I don't think there's any doubt we know where he's going. So we got that. We got that good news. But I hate it for the family.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everybody's going to come to this. You don't get out here alive.
Yeah. I am appreciative that he did the show because he exposed the world to a calmness and a refreshing. He had this refreshing grandpa mentality about him.
That's what a lot of the comments said. That was America's grandpa.
Yeah, man. He had this refreshing, calm, soothing, like it's going to be okay. And it was this fascinating thing that you got to see play out on screen a little bit, but like how him and Miss K were able to stay together for so long, Like I think there was one show where he was like, we want to be together, we don't like each other every day. It ain't always roses, but we, just like you don't like your mama every day. You know what I mean? But we choose to be together every day and just stick it out. Just wait a few days. It'll be all right.
It's always going to get better. I mean, I think that's probably
that perspective,
That's probably what a lot of these young married couples don't realize.
Yeah, you can't expect your spouse to be happy-go-lucky every single day.
Yeah, you're not going to be with your going out on a date spouse all the time. I mean,
no.
You're not going to be that person, and she's not going to be that person.
Right. You're not always going to be on your best behavior either.
No. This person will get on your nerves.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will get on their nerves, and you will spend years trying to figure out where you're going to go eat.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going? Where you want to go eat tonight? I don't know.
Phil didn't have to worry about that, man.
Phil didn't. No, he had him a heck of a cook.
But Miss K was always taking care of that, and I think one thing Phil also did was put on display. It doesn't. you don't have to use so many words.
Right.
You know, he raised some real good kids without being a man of many words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was really impressive. Just really impressive. Really sad news, but again, like you said, we know where he's at.
Yeah. We're gonna miss him, but it's gonna be all right because he's already done his work here.
That's right.
Well, I am sending you a reaction video, and we're gonna wrap this show up because we got stuff that we need to do.
I mean, do we?
I'm gonna go play Nintendo and make a fish tank.
All right, I am pulling it up now. You ready? Oh, I need to turn my volume up here. Here we go. Oh, parkour. Oh my gosh. Oh. Whoa. Oh, water slide. Oh, fake out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh. It's making me queasy watching this. Is it making me queasy?
Right? Yeah, it made me queasy.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Why would you slide? All of this is terrifying. Yikes, dude. What garden is that guy in? That looks nice.
I don't know.
Back to the water slides. Oh, that's a pretty good ending, man. I like that. That was fun, man. Parkour. How crazy is that?
Parkour's wild, dude. All right. And
I love it.
in honor of Guy being on Rogan this week, I found a Guy meme.
Okay, send it over this way.
It just happened to come across my page, and I'm like, that's got to be it. That was a great Joe Rogan, by the way.
Yeah, Guy Fieri's the man. All right, here we go. Pulling it up. Guy Fieri and the tribe during the invasion of Flavortown, 1093. And it's a picture of a bunch of barbarian men in their pajamas, kind of. It's hilarious. This is great. This is what a fantastic meme, man.
Yeah.
Flavortown, dude. He took it over.
You got one that looks like Guy, one that kind of looks like an old guy.
Yes.
And then one that kind of looks like Matthew McConaughey.
True. And then there's like a gnome guy over on the left with the blue shield.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing.
He's a gnome Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
He's the gnome version.
Yeah. So
that's a great meme. Thank you for that. That's good.
Man, it's been a great show. Go to Charlie Oxenford Racing Facebook. Check out all those great people over there.
That's right.
That help us out with the race car. Happy Memorial. No, it's not happy. It's not
Somber
happy.
Memorial Day?
Somber Memorial Day. Remember. Okay. Just remember, John.
Oh, I won't forget.
Don't forget. Did you forget about... Hey, did you forget about 9/11? Have you forgot about it?
Dude.
They said we'd never forget, but sometimes I don't think about it.
I said I'd never forget.
You said you'd never forget, but I bet you forgot.
No, it's actually been in my mind a lot lately. Yeah. Building 7, dude.
I don't want you building set. Well, you that don't count.
Building 7. I think about building 7 at least.
We did that one. We did that one. If you are in the Henry County, Georgia, Griffin area, Middle Georgia, Central Georgia, whatever you want to call us, you see the Psycho DeVille's hat that I got on Monday, June 2nd. They will be playing at the Summit Monday Night Car Show.
Oh, awesome. Where is that at? Is it at Summit?
It's at Summit.
Nice.
I saw the flyer today when I was there, and I'm like, man, I'm going to be at the beach. But rockabilly music, free.
Yeah.
They put on a great show. There'll be
Probably
some cool
cars out there.
Cool old cars. That'll be hot rod night. Hot rod and rat rods that night will be the featured vehicle. Sure. So there will be some cool cars there. So go check that out if you ain't got nothing else to do on Monday night in June. And don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
Never forget.